Hey, here we are, guys, down at St. Joe's in downtown Las Vegas. And today and this week I'm going to be focusing on two things. Having some people come in to quote putting a sign up here that matches the same typeset, font, and size as the opposite side of the church, and also addressing lighting issues. What's going on with the lighting? And it's kind of a rat maze in there, but we'll take a look at it and see what the possibilities are here. Let's get to it. Let's swing this around on this side. We have a sign that's up there, but on this side over here, I guess a couple more years we'll get out of that sign. Kind of funky, but this light, we want the same sign. That's like a 16-foot maybe. Yeah, 8 and 8, 16. Looks like they used 2 sheets of OSB there for that. But the light's not working above. You might see about changing it out. It might just be the fluorescent tubing, but you know, this fluorescent tubing is real old school. It might be time. Get the ladder up there and see what we can do. Maybe put some kind of slide, some type of LED lighting. I don't know if we'll be able to find that fluorescent fixture in an LED configuration. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from with as bright as it is, but that's one thing there. And then over here, I have these courtyard lights like restaurants use, and see about stringing them from side to side. And just leaving these lights non-functioning over here. Let's go inside and see where all the electrical is pulled to here. Also, by the way, before we go in, this light here, so there's a general timer in here that we can take a look at. But over time, these lights wear out, and I'm not sure what happened to that one. Got busted up. Not sure what happened with LEDs. You have the possibility to leave them on all the time, and it's very cheap. So let's check out inside here. Doing a little Monday morning cleanup for the week. We're in the confessional. I guess I need that, right? And here, and this is where all the electrical is. Very, very tight quarters here. The breaker panel. And up here is where everything is all pulled to in terms of our outgoing here. Probably the incoming too. The drops. But this is the thing. I'm not sure if this has seized up or not. Over here, this is a really old school timer, and this thing may have given up the ghost. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. But first, I want to see if there's any schematic or blueprints here to find out what's going where. I think this is all exterior and this is all interior here, but I can't be sure of that, so I have to do some investigating here. I went ahead and tested up topside, and definitely getting power to that right now, which makes me suspect this fluorescent's gone bad. It looks like it has some signs on it on the side. So the question is whether to cut that over to an LED, which will be more efficient. Also, I need to trace that out to the timer and see what's going on, so got to decide that. So I'm going to head down to Lowe's and see what the options are. I'm taking that whole unit down for a very good reason. The reason is the ballast is gone bad, so a lot of times with fluorescent fixtures, you think you can just put a new light in and everything will be alright, but fluorescent ballasts wear out over a period of time, and you can't really use it with that. You can use LEDs, even they have sometimes some finagling wire, but yeah, this went bad. So ended up just getting rid of this. Plus the bulb is very difficult to find now. Got the sensor, that might have gone bad too. So I finally found that. I've had a heck of a time with the breakers trying to figure out what's what. It's kind of a very cool day today. I'm just working out here, trying to get that back plate on. It was almost like that thing was epoxied in there. Oh, to try to break that connection on that machine screw in there was brutal. But this is what's going to go in. LED. It's not motion sensor. Those things are terrible. But I think I haven't had time to consider or even do a lot of work on the inside timer to see if it's even advancing or not. But this is what's going to go up there. And this thing just costs pennies a year. All right, it's very cheap to run. 50,000 hours of life. I don't believe that, but that's a bunch of bunk. So I think it'll be all right. 5-year warranty. Yeah, right. So it does have a dusk to dawn photo cell, which is good. You know, which will be fine when it's powered on, and it won't come on until dusk, which is actually the best way to do it. Definitely a good night for pizza. Ooh, you're either roasting here or you're freezing. It's one or the other. So I'm up topside here. I'll give you a look at this. This thing was really on here. It took a lot to break this connection on this. I had to actually take this socket and pound it in to that to get that to come loose. So it worked, just to press the metal around a little bit to allow me to get that 5/16 socket on there. Sometimes that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. So let me get this removed all the way. What do you think, guys? That's lumens, I think 12 or 1400 lumens. So I think that's going to be pretty nice at night. It is a on at dusk, off at dawn, and they have a rubber cap that goes over the top so you can have it on all the time. I don't think Father's going to want it on all the time, although it is a LED. So for me to check out at the end of day one, and that was a little challenging because they did not just basically core drilled a hole through that concrete and put the wires through, instead of setting in a box in there first and then being able to mount that on top of a circular electrical box. But I was able to swing it, although I had to really get the wires in tight, flush behind it to get that mounted against the concrete. So I'm going to have to seal that. I'm going to wait till all of the lighting is done, and then I'll go back and seal all of the weatherproof them as much as possible. So this should be really good. Instead of worrying about timers and all that jive, you just have a dusk comes on, and then at dawn it shuts off. So it makes it like nice, and it's LED as opposed to that big fluorescent monstrosity. It's getting really hard to find those replacement fluorescent tubes for that anyway. And 1200, 1400 lumens for this side should be good. It's been years since it was lit up anyway. I don't know the last time it was working. So I'm clearing out of here. They're waiting for 25 turkeys to be delivered today. Yeah, the dinner is Sunday from 1 to 3, so really busy prepping for that. So I'm kind of trying not to be like right in everybody's face while they're working and everything in there. So I'm annoying enough as it is down here. But thanks for watching, guys. Day one, day tomorrow. I got all the, it's like they stopped updating the circuit breaker panel after the first three or four items down each side, and then they never labeled. anything else. So I really have to, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it here, but trace everything out and get it labeled properly. So tomorrow I'm done working on the exterior. Now I'm going to be working in the courtyard, checking out if we have power up in a certain area to draw down, removing some of those old fixtures that are cracked and everything, cracked and crappy, and then taking it from there. So your thumbs up are appreciated, and if you're not subscribed, love doing volunteer work, especially when it's maintenance and especially when it's nice clean electrical work. I love that. No pressure washing and water sloshing over with wet feet and all that kind of slop. Changing out plumbing and all this. This is just perfect. All right, thanks so much for watching, everybody, as usual, and see you on the next installment.